Hey spooky cats, it's your spooky cat lady here, and today we're diving into the haunted history of the Apollo Theater in Martinsburg, West Virginia. So prepare yourself because this place is packed with ghostly encounters and eerie tales. This theater has been the heart of Martinsburg since it opened in January 1914. Designed by Reginald Gear, the same architect who brought us the Knickerbocker Theater in D.C. The Apollo has seen everything from vaudeville shows to classic films. But did you know it also served as a hospital during the 1918 influenza epidemic? Talk about a haunted history. Today, this historic venue isn't just a haunted hotspot. It's also a thriving center for arts and culture in Martinsburg. The Apollo Theater is home to a variety of live performances, including plays, musicals, and concerts. It's run by the Berkeley County Civic Theater, which took over the space in 1973. Since then, they've been putting on amazing shows that bring the community together. And for all you film buffs, the Apollo screens classic movies, giving you a taste of cinema history in a historic setting. Imagine watching an old black and white film in a theater that's over a century old and haunted. Now let's get to the ghosts. First up, we have Charlie. He's believed to be a former caretaker of the theater, often seen outside wearing a fedora with his collar turned up. Locals have spotted him numerous times. Can you imagine just bumping into Charlie while strolling by? Then there's George. He made his grand, ghostly debut during a curtain call in the early 1980s. A former board member saw him as an old man in a plaid shirt, puffing on a cigar. Since then, George has appeared to many, including a Civil War reenactor in the ladies' room. And yes, the smell of cigar smoke is his signature. We can't forget the infamous Catwalk Ghost. This spirit, thought to be a former stagehand, is often seen, or rather smelled, up here on the catwalk. Imagine catching a whiff of cigar smoke and seeing a ghostly figure. Chilling, right? People report flickering lights, strange noises, and sudden cold spots. Definitely not for the faint of heart. The Apollo is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Disembodied voices, unseen footsteps, and moving objects are just the beginning. Cold spots in the balcony and costume room, and even full-bodied apparitions like a woman in a long dress add to the eerie atmosphere. Some have said they've even seen children playing in the balconies. The Apollo Theater in Martinsburg is not just a historic gem, it's a paranormal playground. From Charlie and George to the Catwalk Ghost, this place is bursting with supernatural stories. If you're ever in Martinsburg, be sure to visit, and maybe you'll have a ghostly encounter of your own.
When you're on an investigation, the average number of pictures I usually tell people to take is somewhere between 100 and 300. Take pictures in groups of 3, if possible, as fast as your camera will take it. You'll You will probably see a lot of quote-unquote orbs tonight. They are dust. The theater is not spotless. There have been people through here all night long. And I guess the easiest way would be to show you. I have a night vision camera app on the phone. And if you look, you will see dust a lot of times just floating through the screen. All those little things go, I don't know, there were several there for a minute. You'll see it pick up. There was one right there. There was one that just flew by. If you look into the light of your flashlight, you can see the dust in the air. You'll find a lot of people tell you, oh, that's spirits. It's not, it's dust. Several things contribute to it. I can see the dust floating around right in my light. But it has a lot to do with the way digital photography captures image. And what it is, it's dust right in front of your lens. Orbs were not prevalent until the late 1990s, when a lot of your point and shoot cameras came with flashes closer than, actually closer than 3 inches away from the lens. Because when a flash goes out, it goes out like this and spreads. Well, any dust that's in your, real close to your lens will come up as a round ball of something, usually a clear, pesky round ball. You'll have people blow it up, and pretty soon you hear, oh, mine's not a piece of dust. It's got a face on it. I actually had someone come to me and say that a picture I'd taken at Moundsville was a spirit because it had a smiley face on it. I lost the lens. It was an infrared light that was casting a shadow into a mirror. Are there any spirits here present with us tonight? Could you please give us a sign of your presence? We're not here to hurt you, harm you, or make you go away. We come as friends. We're history buffs. We want to learn your story. The only way we can do that is if you communicate with us. So please answer our questions. We may not hear them right now, but when we play back our recorders that are running, we will hear them. Or if you can make a noise, let us know somehow that you're with us. You'll hear me a lot of times repeat that phrase over and over and over, that we're not here to hurt you, harm you, or make you go away. Ghosts, spirits, are nothing more than people who were once alive. You treat them with respect, they're going to respect you, and they may answer you. The provoking you see on TV has no place in a real paranormal investigation. You can really run into trouble. If I came to your house and started provoking you the way you see on TV and stuff, if you're a spirit, you're going to get pissed off at me first off. You're going to follow me home, and you're going to disrupt my life any way you possibly can. And yes, there is, in my group, I do a ghost hunting 101 quite frequently. And one of the things I tell people, before you go on an investigation, say a small prayer that no bad entities come out and bother you. And call on, no matter what religion you believe in, if you believe this camera is your creator, your God, whatever, and it's going to protect you, you believe it 100%, it will. If you have any doubts, it won't do you any good. You can say a Catholic prayer, a Muslim prayer. As far as me, I would probably pray to Grandfather. I'm Native American. And as long as you believe it, and when you leave, always, always tell the spirits to stay where Creator has wanted them to stay, and that they are not welcome to come home with you. There is a dark side to the paranormal. I've been doing this for 40 years. I have not run into a demon yet. There are rules of engagement with the demon. If you stumble across a demon, you have the right to back off, and he can't bother you. However, if you go back in, he can bother you for the rest of your life on his terms, not yours. Demonic entities are rare, very rare, less than probably 1% of all the paranormal things that happen are demonic entities. Demonic entities are often confused with mischievous spirits. A lot of the exorcisms that are going on now, thanks to the paranormal groups and stuff, are nothing more than mischievous spirits. If you were a bitch and a half as a living person, I'm sorry, but as a spirit, you're going to be a bitch and a half. If you were a grumpy old person, grumpy old man, you're going to be a grumpy old spirit. They were once alive. Their personality follows them to the other side. A lot of my private investigations, it's not so much making spirits go away as it is teaching people how to live with spirits. There's no way that I can stop Grandma from coming back to your house to check on her great-grandson. There's just no way. She can do that. However, if you talk to her normally and tell her she's scaring the baby, scaring you, they will a lot of times alter how they appear, and you won't even know they're there. If the spirit should be attached to the property or a piece of antique furniture you buy, if you let the spirit know that he's scaring you, 90% of spirits do not want to scare or harm you. Most ghosts will not harm you. You got to learn how to live with them. I've lived in 2 haunted houses. I had a toilet that would flush in the middle of the night. I got so frustrated, I wanted to make sure it wasn't the toilet or the seal. So I disconnected the toilet from the water supply, drained the water supply, and certainly it flushed that night. We had a garage door that would open in the middle of the night, or at various times during the day. The garage door was broken and couldn't be opened. So they let you know that they're around you. And as I'm talking here, you may, when you play this back to yourself, you might hear someone saying something. You might even get so much as "rrr." Every growl is not a demonic entity. A spirit may be just frustrated that you're in their space. If you are with us tonight and would like us to move on, please give us a sign. Make a noise in here. Could you tell us your name? Is the little girl here who turned on the flashlight for us? Would you come up and touch me on the shoulder? I will not ask the spirit to touch anyone who does not want to be touched. If a spirit touches you or is real close to you, you may feel a sudden temperature change. You may get chilled. I've had them shake my hand, and I'll tell you what, it feels like someone had a bag of ice and was shaking your hand. We did a private investigation of a horse resort, and believe it or not, a little boy tripped me down 3 stairs. We've got me falling down to missing all 3 stairs, hitting the floor. I actually cracked my ankle. And on a video camera, you hear me uttering all sorts of colorful language. And you hear this little boy's voice going, ha ha ha, did you see that? We'll move on. Here, who touched a girl on her butt last weekend? Had a girl got her rear end pinched. Are you a male? Are you a female? There's a little girl here. Let's see. Am I lost already? Yep. Yep, I am. Nope, here we go. And allows the spirit a chance to interact with us by using the various things to answer your questions. I've asked how many spirits are with us, and we've gotten distinct answers such as 4, 6. When you get these, a lot of times what you get a little notice with them that says for entertainment purposes only. So how reliable they are, I can't tell you. Some ghost hunters will use dowsing rods. Okay, we need to get going. Yeah, another piece of equipment that's nice is our digital recorders with infrared cameras. You can run 4 to 8 cameras in different areas, and because you can't be everywhere. Movie cameras are excellent, handheld video recorders if they have night vision. You could, and there's a lot of equipment out there. If you're going to buy paranormal equipment, do your research. Don't only look for good things saying about equipment, look for negative reports on it. Because you could end up spending thousands of dollars on this new fancy equipment that you see taps and all them using. And what's funny is there's really not one piece of equipment that we use that was designed to find a ghost. We use equipment that was designed for other purposes. Here in this section of the basement with us. Come over by me and make this needle move. Or make a noise so I know you're here. Could you tell us your name, please? Could Would you tell us your age, please? If you would like us to leave, would you make a noise? If we're in your space and you want us to leave, make a noise and we will leave. Any of you girls want to ask questions? Boy, I got an active group here.
Ask a question.
What year is it? Did you work at the Apollo? Are you a theater patron? Are you an actor or an actress? Are there any children down here from the flu epidemic? Is there anyone down here from the flu epidemic? Is Henry down here? Henry, how old are you? When reviewing your evidence, go over it. If you think you write down everything, and whoever you're here with, let them go through it. Don't share until you've all gone through your evidence and written it down. Then go back and just make a note of what the timestamp is and what you think they're saying, and see if they match up.
Does anybody want to ask a
I guess
question?
somebody else was shining the light, so.
Spirit, do you want a beer?
I'm down, I'm mine.
Do you like some beer?
What you like, I'll go there.
Just want to see something, but I don't want you to go home.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
My house is not for you. You wouldn't like my kids.
You don't even like our kids. Don't scare us really bad. Maybe a little pee. Not a lot. Not all the pee, just maybe a little pee.
They must only come to people who don't want to see them. Although I got a weird black. There we go.
It's just sitting in a chair, and everyone's like, "Hey, who's that?" Just one of the flashes, you see a head sitting in these chairs.
There is. There is a head. I see the Mothman's eyes.
Your prank was not nice.
No,
You went all the way to the front?
I'm totally serious.
Thanks for joining me on this haunted adventure, Spooky Cats. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more ghostly content. Stay spooky.